We know housing is expensive, but have you ever wondered where all that money we spend on housing is actually going?
Well, there's the cost of land, architects, engineers, consultants, constructing the building itself, the marketing, and of course, profits for greedy developers who...
But there's one line item that's been on my mind lately: taxes.
They vary from city to city, but these taxes can be significant, as much as 20% of the cost of a new home in Vancouver or 23.5% in Toronto. So for a $1 million home in Vancouver, up to $200,000 of that cost is going to taxes.
And what's especially concerning to me is that these taxes have been drastically increasing across the country.
In Metro Vancouver, regional development cost charges, just one of these housing taxes, is increasing 235% by 2027. And in the GTA, development charges on new houses have increased 274% on average since 2010, with Toronto increasing their taxes by almost 1,000%. That's a faster increase than rent, tuition, and the S&P 500.
So why is this happening? Well, I published a 17-minute long video on YouTube breaking it down if you want the full story. But here's the Cliff's Notes. These taxes are meant to pay for upgrading infrastructure and amenities to support population growth, like new pipes and parks, which sounds pretty straightforward in theory, but is actually quite controversial in practice. Let's talk about pipes for a second.
In the city of Vancouver, nearly 150 kilometers of its sewer pipes are more than 100 years old. Many are breaking down and urgently need to be replaced.
So we need to upgrade these pipes anyways because they're just really old pipes. But we also have to upgrade these pipes because the population is growing. So who should pay for that upgrade? Old residents or new residents? How do you split the bill?
Well, right now, it's local governments who decide how that bill should be split, and they're under a ton of pressure to keep the bill on existing residents, aka their voters, as low as possible.
But there's another reason why these taxes are growing. They're just paying for more and more things in general.
These taxes used to go towards basic infrastructure, like pipes, but today, you might see them go towards the seawall around False Creek, a paddling center, cemeteries, bike lanes, public spaces, bioswales, and public art, like this chandelier and these balls.
I have to be honest, it's less clear to me whether these projects are actually needed to accommodate growth.
I mean, bike lanes might have something to do with a growing city, but they're going to be used by both old and new residents. So wouldn't it make sense to split the cost?
Well, apparently not, because when it comes to the bill, cities often report that these projects are 100% to be paid for by new housing. At the end of the day, we do need to build new infrastructure as our population grows, but paying for it doesn't have to come out of just new housing construction. I explore some alternatives in the longer video, so I hope you check it out.